Well, let's get into our reports for tonight. The Ambazonian Defense Force, the ADF, on Tuesday, July 30th, at about 5 p.m., set two taxis ablaze after deafening gunshots at hospital round in Abakwa, Bamenda, which is the chief town of the Midland Zone of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. When Bamenda, the chief town, becomes the playing ground of the ADF, then it calls for worry. The recent attack brings the number of bomb taxis by the ADF in the town of Bamenda to four. What that means is that breadwinners of four good families, ADF has decided to paralyze them. The question is, why is the ADF punishing the people? Well, the unacceptable attacks on taxis by the ADFs are enforcement measures to compel taxi owners to change the color of their taxis from yellow to blue and white, a move that has been condemned by the Amazonian government. This is where we will begin the full briefing of Fundente tonight. How are you doing, Star?
Oh, splendid on me. Good evening, Ambazonians. Well, a call made that is causing more harm than good to the people of Ambazonia. It is simply a death trap that the ADF has caged the people of Ambazonia into. While the ADF is burning down taxis to force the change of colors to blue and white, leaving us still wondering what significance that will hold, the La Republic Colonial Forces are locking up all vehicles painted blue and white. What a dilemma the people of Ambazonia have found themselves in. The ADF and the colonial forces have allied to inflict unspeakable pain on the people of Ambazonia.
Well, this is similar to the liberation tax both the ADF and the colonial forces are employing as a scheme to soak the people of Ambazonia dry financially. It's very insensitive for the ADF to impose tax on the people. Why make hard difficult and life difficult for them as it is already? True Ambazonians must look for strategies that will alleviate the sufferings rather than add to it. Well, moving on, let's take a look at the taxi drivers denying to bow despite the arson attacks.
Still speaking on the anti-revolutionary Cho Ayaba and his ADF gang, despite several attempts to torment the already suffering innocent civilian populations with different violent and exploitative acts, have been proven by the people of Ambazonia not to be the ones who dictate the tune. Despite repeated attempts by the anti-revolutionary Cho Ayaba and his ADF gang to torment the already suffering civilian populations, the people of Ambazonia have proven them not to be the ones who indeed dictate the tune. In Bamenda, the streets continue to be adorned with yellow townships as they fulfill their transportation roles, undeterred by numerous attacks from the Ambazonian Defense Force, the ADF, the Pseudo Liberation Group. The taxi drivers have resolutely refused to comply with demands to change their taxi colors from yellow to blue and white.
While a taxi driver who wished to remain anonymous they would continue their work despite the destruction of their taxes. They said it is unfortunate to receive such harsh treatment from their own people. They emphasized that painting their taxes blue and white would leave them vulnerable to further oppression from La Republic to Cameroon, which President Sako also believes in. Some drivers, though working out of desperation, are still crippled by fear of the unknown. One driver noted that given the risks of driving taxis in Bamenda today, they might have stopped working in the sector. However, with no alternative options, they feel compelled to face the challenge.
Both ADF and one of the recent quests to bring more suffering to the peoples of Ambazonia when they pressed for the taxi color changes from yellow to blue and white, as if that in any way helps anyone, a demand that was criticized, of course, by Amazonia's President Dr. Samuel Ikome Sako. To enforce their agenda, the ADF have resorted to burning taxis in Bamenda, with two taxis set ablaze at hospital roundabouts and one at below Foncha only on Tuesday, bringing the numbers to a total of 5. Despite these attacks, we've seen taxis persisting in their traditional yellow, understanding that the ADF is only out to kill their spirit and cause more suffering, which reflects their resistance, resilience, and strength, defiance of Bamanda's people against the ADF, anti-revolutionary actions.